There's a light that shines far from my window, not the kind that flickers or fades, but the steady glow of something strange, something calling without words. I first saw it on a Tuesday, when the air smelled like wet pavement and Mrs. Henderson next door was yelling at her cat again. "Mittens, you troublemaker," she hollered, but Mittens just blinked, unbothered, tail flicking toward that distant light like he knew something we didn't. Down the street, Javier the barber paused mid-haircut, scissors frozen, as if the light had whispered his name. "You see that?" he asked old Mr. Greeley, who squinted through his thick glasses and muttered, "Could be a porch left on. But porches don't hum in your bones, don't tug at your feet like a tide." By Wednesday, the whole block was restless. Lena from the bakery brought cinnamon rolls to the sidewalk, passing them out like we were waiting for a parade. "Maybe it's a party," she said, but no music played, no laughter floated, just that quiet, stubborn glow beyond the trees, beyond the stop sign where the school bus never turns. Then came Marcus, the skateboard kid, always rolling past with his headphones on, but today he stopped, board tucked under his arm. "Yo, that light's moving," he said, and we all held our breath, because he was right. It wasn't just sitting there, it was pulsing, slow and steady. By Thursday, Mrs. Henderson's cat was missing. Mittens never misses dinner, she wailed, and we wondered if the light had fingers, if it reached out and plucked him up like a firefly from a jar. Javier closed his shop early, walked toward the edge of town, and when he came back, his eyes were wide. "There's a path," he said. "A real one." Lena packed a bag of day-old croissants. Marcus tightened his shoelaces. Mr. Greeley grumbled about his aching knees but grabbed his walking stick anyway. Even Mrs. Henderson joined, her slippers scuffing the pavement, her voice softer now. "Mittens better be there." We walked past the last street lamp, where the sidewalk cracks turned to weeds, where the air got thicker, sweeter, like the world was holding its breath. The light grew brighter, not harsh, but warm, like a stove in winter, and then we saw it, the source. Not a UFO, not a bonfire, but a door. Just a door, standing there in the middle of nowhere, painted a color none of us could name, with a knob that shimmered faintly, as if dusted with starlight. Marcus reached out first, of course he did, and the moment his fingers touched the knob, the light shifted, spilling around us like liquid gold, like melted butter, and suddenly, we weren't on the edge of town anymore. We were inside the light. Not blinded, not lost, but standing in a place where the rules felt softer. The ground was warm, the sky, if it was a sky, was a swirl of colors. That didn't hurt your eyes, and sitting in the center, on a rocking chair, was Mittens, licking his paw like he owned the place. "Took you long enough," said a voice, and we turned to see a woman, or at least, something shaped like a woman. Her edges blurring slightly, her smile too wide, too knowing. "You're the first ones to follow it," she said, nodding at the light. "Most just wonder. Most just let it glow and never ask why." Mr. Greeley coughed. "Where are we?" The woman laughed, and the sound was like wind chimes in a storm. "Where? Nowhere. Everywhere. The place you go when you stop pretending you know how things work." Lena, ever practical, held out a croissant. "You hungry?" The woman took it, nibbled the edge, and her eyes lit up. "Oh, I missed this." Then, with a wink, she added, "You can stay if you want. Or you can go back. But the light won't wait forever." Marcus stepped forward. "What's through there?" He pointed past her, where the glow deepened, where shapes moved just out of sight. The woman's smile turned sly. "What do you think is through there?" Mrs. Henderson scooped up Mittens, who purred like he'd never hissed in his life. "I'm too old for riddles," she said. "Just tell us straight." The woman sighed. "Fine. It's the answer to the question you didn't know you were asking." Javier groaned. "That's not straight." But then he looked at the light again, at the way it curled around his fingers, and something in his face changed. "I think I get it." One by one, we stepped forward. Not sure what we were choosing, only that the light felt like home, even though we'd never been here before. Even though nothing made sense. And as the glow wrapped around us, I realized, the light wasn't far from my window at all. It was inside me the whole time.